I'm Miss Allison. Welcome to Tiny Musicians. Today we are talking about wind instruments. A wind instrument is an instrument that uses air to make it sound. So you'll either blow into a mouthpiece or a reed, or you'll blow across a hole to make the sound, kind of like when you blow across a bottle. There are lots of wind instruments in the orchestra and in other cultures. Some are instruments like these. This is a bassoon. It's a big, long instrument. This is a clarinet. And this is an oboe. There's also saxophones and flutes. And then the brass family also has wind instruments. For example, the trumpet, the trombone, and the horn. And not just that, there's also the baritone or the euphonium and the tuba. The tuba is a very big instrument. I have a wind instrument with me today. Let's take a look and see what it is. This is my flute. Now there are flutes of all sorts and types among all sorts of cultures. This is called the bone flute. This is the flute that you will find in a modern orchestra. You can see it comes in 3 different parts. We have the head joint, which has an embouchure plate and an embouchure hole. This is what you blow across to make sound. There's the body, which has a whole bunch of keys. When you push them down, it changes the length of the instrument to make the sound higher or lower. And this is the foot joint, which also has keys. And when I say it makes the instrument longer, you can see these holes are open, and when I push the keys down, it closes the hole. That makes the tube seem longer. So when you put it all together, it looks like this. So again, here's that flute all put together. My hands fit on these finger pads, or the keys. But as I was saying, you actually make the sound up here. You don't actually need the rest of the flute for this. Let me show you. So this is our head joint. And all I have to do to make sound is blow across this hole here. I can change the airspeed and make it go higher. And I can cover up the end to make it go lower. Play a whole song like that. So what I do is I connect it to the rest of the flute. Now I can play these keys. I can go really low, or I can go very high. And that works because if you close the keys, it makes the whole tube longer, which means that the air is vibrating through a much bigger source. That makes it a much lower sound. And when I pick the keys up, It's a shorter tube, so it's a higher sound. So with how the flute is set up, with these keys and with its really high notes, the flute often plays songs that sound like bird song. It can play very fast notes. The person playing it can play very fast notes, very high. And we'll hear some of that later when I play a piece of music. The other thing is the flute can have some very sweet lyrical sounds, very slow and romantic. Let's hear something of that. I'm going to play a piece of music called Badener from the Suite in B flat major by Johann Sebastian Bach. Listen for the high notes and the low notes and all the fast finger work on the flute as I play it. Thank you for watching Tiny Musicians. I hope you enjoyed learning about the flute today.